guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Pretty and I post about travel vlogs which include activities, adventures and now renovation and property sourcing, so kind of an all-in-one type of channel now. And so as you read by today's title, I'm going to be showing you guys how I have learned how to find different property deals on Zoopla, RightMove, etc. So all of the knowledge that I know right now, my mum has taught me everything, because as she is an investor and she buys properties and then rents them out. I've learned a bit of things about it, and also because she's been working as an estate agent for over how many years? For over 10 years now, and I've been in the office most of my life basically, so I have one or two ideas about real estate itself, and also going on lots of viewings and everything like that, seen a lot of stuff. So I'm going to be showing you guys what a 13-year-old girl might know on how to find deals on Zoopla and RightMove, as those two are the ones that I mostly use. And also a little thing is that whenever in the morning when I go to the bus stop or anything, sometimes I'm in the mood, so I just go look on Zoopla and RightMove on any cheap properties that I can find around like 100,000 budget, and then because my mum, she sticks to that much, because we do then rent it out, and then that then gives us rental income. So that's why I always somehow like find some stuff and then send her every morning, even though she is sleeping. Then whenever she wakes up, she'll see it. And turns out some of the properties that I have sent her, she has basically forwarded it to her clients because they were interested in properties around that budget and in that area, and so I get a little commission for the property that I've got. And so yeah, so I'll be showing you guys how I find these properties. So let's go. So I've got my laptop right here, and all I do, okay, so as you can see the screen right here, that is my home screen right now. And so all I do, go onto Safari, go onto Google, and guys, I want you guys to comment down below, which one do you guys use, Zoopla or RightMove? Comment down below, or do you guys use both? Because that is me. I use kind of both, but mostly my right phone search is always Zoopla. So we'll go with Zoopla first. So there, don't allow. So that is right. So this is the website right here. All I do in the morning whenever I have time, I always go onto here, find some different things. So now it depends on what type of property and where do you want it. So mainly because we live in Leicester, I do look a bit in Leicester. However, the property prices in Leicester are quite expensive compared to Mansfield and Derby and all them. And so mainly I have basically told my mum about Mansfield, and so I found one or two properties there, and now we've expanded our research and looking at properties everywhere in Mansfield as well. And so it depends where you want it. So you can go up north, like I said, to Mansfield, Derby, or even Middlesbrough up there, because Middlesbrough house prices are crazy cheap, guys. However, so the reason my mum doesn't buy properties up in Middlesbrough is because first off, it is 2 hours away, so the journey itself takes a long time. Even if you just want to view the property once, and then if you like it, you have to view it twice and all that, so it takes a really long way to just get up there. And second off, if we even do end up buying a property there, the maintenance and like going to repair, because it would take so long for us, even if there are tenants in the house or anything, and then if there's any late emergency or anything, then obviously it will take 2 hours for us to get there. So it's better if there's always just people there that you can take, so that they can take care of the property and all that. And so that's why it's a huge hassle of getting properties in Middlesbrough from Leicester for us as an experience. But if you guys are living close by, or if you are interested, obviously you can get properties in Middlesbrough, as they are crazy cheap. And so that's why we stick to getting properties around like 45 minutes, an hour away, so like Mansfield, Derby, and like Sutton and Ashfield. And today we just went to Huthwaite or Youthwaite. The spelling is right here, so I don't know how to properly pronounce it, but also there as well. So you get quite good property deals there, and we have found most of these on Zoopla and RightMove. So let's go with Mansfield first to like see the whole area. So yeah, Mansfield, Nottinghamshire, and obviously for sale. And if you guys didn't know, Zoopla, you could also check house prices, to rent, for sale, and valuations and everything like that. So now we go on to filters. I've known all this since I guess I was around I'd say 11 or 12. So I do quite know a bit of stuff, and I'm happy that I know this because every day, sometimes whenever my mum's looking through, I'm like, oh, that's cheap. And then she's like, you know a bit now. And I was like, yeah, I do a bit. Even though there's so much more to learn about real estate and I don't know that much, I've got a bit of idea. And also by going to one of the crash courses that my mum goes to, which is Samuel Lee's crash courses, I've also made a video there. So if you want to watch that video, it's right there as well. I went there and learned a bit more stuff about it and all. So yeah, now we can go to, let's say, minimum bedrooms in Mansfield. They're mainly terrace houses. If you want to get quite cheap houses, then the minimum, I'd say at least 2. And price, we'll stick to max price of 110, as maybe not 100,000, but we'll stick to just around the 100 figures. And then property types. So I mostly, whenever I do searches like this, I'd always do semi-detached, detached and terrace, because bungalows, we're not really interested in buying bungalows, park homes or farms or lands or anything like that, or even flats. So that's the 3 options that I always pick. And then includes and excludes. Okay, this is the main thing that it took me such a long time to remember. So new homes, I'd always include them because obviously I don't think you get any new homes for the price of 110, but I just include them, you never know. And then retirement homes, exclude. And then shared ownership. So if you don't know what shared ownership means, it's when there is a house and then you buy half of it, and then there's a random other person, they buy half of it, and then you get 50-50 on that house. And then that's one problem is if there's ever an different agreement and you both disagree, then there is quite a big problem arising. And so that's why we don't really get shared ownership, so we always exclude that one. And auction, right. This is the main one which I was talking about, which every time this part, whenever it says auction, it is always it's either written right at the front or it's written in the smallest writing right at the bottom, so you don't realize it properly. However, auction, oh god, low battery. Auction, the meaning of auction is when there is a house and then you have to bid to get the house, and the highest bidder, whoever pays the highest amount of price, will get the house. And so one thing about auction is whatever price is put online, it will never go for that low. It will always go above it, as that is the bidding start of it. And so people, whoever are interested in this house and are interested in going into an auction, they would always just start at that main price which is put on the website, and then everyone will slowly start to outbid each other, leading to the highest bidder who wins, and then they will get that house. And also, if you do bid and then you end up being the highest bidder, you have to get the house as well. There's no more options, isn't there, Mum? Yeah. So you have to get the house whatsoever, and then you also have to, I think, pay a certain amount of fee before. 10% fee before you get the house, and then if you do end up getting it, obviously you will get it for a much, I'd say, expensive price, because obviously that's the reason why they would have put in an auction, to get a better price for the seller. And it's a quick sell as well. Okay, so that definitely excluded, although there will be 1 or 2 probably searches that will have auction, but in the tiniest writing, which I got fooled so many times. I sent my mum these because I didn't read the proper description all the way to the bottom. I just skimmed it through, it didn't say auction, it looked quite good. It started, I think, at 80,000, and so I was like, wow, that's a really great deal. I sent it to my mum, and then she was like, did you check the description? I was like, yeah, I skimmed through it. And she was like, it says auction at the bottom. And I was like, oh no, never mind then. So yeah, always, so that's a tip as well. Always make sure you read the full description as well, so that you know there is no auction or no shared ownership whatsoever. So next one, must-haves. I didn't really put any must-haves at all. Property status, right. So under offer or sold STC, that sold STC means sold subject to contract, meaning the house is already in process of being sold. However, you can also see the sold houses. They put the board of sold, however they're still going through the process, so it's not officially the name of the new owner, because there are many deals that can fall through in the middle, maybe because of mortgage, maybe because of the buyers or the sellers or anything like that. So there is always a chance of the deal falling through, and so that's why the property will then go back up to for sale, and then it'll go back to anyone who's interested. So we don't really chain free yet. We do not want to be in a chain whatsoever, so we can put that and add it to site. We don't really put anything on added to site. It's any time will work, it's fine. Okay, so update results. So that's why I mostly do it in all the filters. So here, the first offer we get, this is most recent, right, is just added, so that's a good thing as well. Listed on 20th January. Right, just listed yesterday. Newton follow-up, quite good estate agents. And it's for 105,000, 2-bed terrace house for sale on Birkeland Street, Mansfield, NG18. 2-bed, 1 bath and 2 living rooms. As I said, that is quite the layout of all terrace houses, mainly in Mansfield, where you get like 2 big living rooms at the front, you've got the kitchen at the back, you've got the bathroom either upstairs or downstairs, and then you've got 2 rooms on either side. So we can go check in the pictures right now. So as you can see by the picture itself, so what I take away from this main picture right here, so there is obviously no garage or no parking in front of the house, so mainly you'd have to park on a street, which it's an okay thing obviously. However, one cause is if the whole street is full, you'd have to park somewhere else, which will be quite far from your house. So let's see other photos. Okay, so I'm guessing this is as soon as you walk in. It looks quite spacious. And then, right, so this is the second room as you walk in, and then that looks like the door to go upstairs. Right, another picture. And then there's no door in between, so you go straight into the kitchen on one side, and then that looks like the garden door right there. Okay, so that, as I expected, that was the door to go upstairs. You come up here, and then this looks like the landing area of the upstairs. That looks like one of the rooms, quite spacious. I mean, they have fitted 2 beds in here with a wardrobe and everything, so it does look quite spacious. And then, yeah. And this looks like the second bedroom, yeah. There's a desk and a bed, so it looks quite spacious as well. Oh. Right, so this is the bathroom, which, because my mum has taught me this bathroom looks really big, like quite to the size of the bedrooms. And so what I'd say, and I'm guessing this is my mum's perspective as well, because it is a huge bathroom, you don't really need this big of a bathroom, so you can convert a bit of it into a room. And then obviously standard room size, to call it a proper bedroom, is that you'd have to fit a wardrobe in there, a desk, or like what's it called? Drawers. No, just drawers. Chest drawers and a bed. So that's what you have to qualify basically to make it a bedroom. And so I really think that you can fit all that in there, and then you could still end up making a smaller size bathroom, because this is really big. And then this is back to the first picture right here. And yeah, so right here, that's what I said, that's what I think basically. And then let's see, whereabouts is it? So another thing is, whenever you see houses, and obviously we see it mainly for rent, and if you guys are also seeing it for rent, all you do is like, you have to check what is nearby. So if there's any hospitals, is it like near the city centre? Is there any like schools, primary schools or secondary schools, colleges, universities, anything like that? Because this property, you don't know, but your potential tenants could end up being a family who need primary schools or secondary schools, either maybe a student who's looking just for like a little house which they can stay in, and then most of the time they're probably out in uni or college or anything like that as well. Or it could just be someone who needs a house near the city centre. And also mainly look for hospitals and bus stops, train stations, anything like that. Mainly public transport as well, so that it's convenient for the tenants, so that they can go place to place. So we can see here, if the house is there, right, it's quite near the end of the street right here. And then there's a bus stop right there. And then a bus stop there, there, and there. Okay, so there are quite a lot of bus stops here. There's a church quite nearby. Is it in the city centre? Let's just see. It's okay-ish. It's not too far from the city centre, but it's not right in the middle. So I'd say it's an okay place. And then let's see if there are any schools nearby. Right. So we've got this Mansfield Primary Academy just down the road there. We've got a Zoe's Childcare, so there as well. There's an Academy of Performing Arts. There is another school and nursery. There are churches. So I'd say this is quite in a good area. It looks quite busy because there are lots of primary schools and nurseries and churches scattered around the place. There's a bus stop, a few bus stops quite nearby as well, and it is right near the main road, just off the corner. So I'd say the location is quite good and it looks quite good as well. Here you can see the information as well. The primary school is just 0.2 miles away and another is 0.3 miles. And then here the train stations. So the Mansfield train station is 0.6 miles and the Mansfield Woodhouse is 1.4 miles away. So everything is nearly in all distance. So I'd say this seems like quite a nice house, and also saying that it was just uploaded yesterday, it might have a lot of action because people might be looking for all of it. So now here is the full description. This is where I meant, where I didn't look all the way down and it said auction. So hopefully this one doesn't, and let's see. Okay, freehold, that is a good sign. 2 double bedrooms, that's also quite good. On-street parking, so that's the thing which I was talking about straight away. You'd have to park on the street as it doesn't have its own parking or garage or anything like that. It is close to Mansfield town, another good point. It has a rear garden, right, so I do not think it showed pictures of the rear garden. No, it didn't show pictures of the rear garden. However, if you guys are interested in a property like this and it doesn't show pictures, you can always book a viewing and then you can see it for yourselves in person. And it has a council tax band A. As this house has a council tax band A, council tax band is basically when, yeah, every person has to pay this, and it's when it goes, the money goes towards, there's the fire, police and ambulance, NHS, all that. And then because it has a band A, so council tax bands goes from bands A to bands F, and bands A and B are obviously slightly higher, whereas bands E and F are lower as well. And then you can see like C and D quite in the middle, so not too expensive but not too cheap as well. And so this has a tax band A, and it says, right, a honest 2-bedroomed mid-terrace situated close to Mansfield town and its local amenities. New to market and offered for sale with no upward chain and briefly compromised of the following: lounge with built-in meter cupboard and exposed chimney breast giving access to the separate dining room which then leads in kitchen. So that is basically describing the pictures that we just seen. It had the main room and then the second room, and it just went into the kitchen. Upstairs you will find the landing which splits off into 2 double bedrooms and large 3-piece family bathroom. Right, externally there is a patioed area with built-up rear garden. Contact us for viewings now. Okay, and right here, these are just all the measurements for everything. So the lounge, kitchen, dining room, hallway, bedroom 1, bedroom 2, and the bathroom. So you get all the measurements there as well, how the width and the length is as well. And then right, so there are no floor plans available of this house. However, obviously it does say ask agents for floor plan if you do want to see them and you are interested. So there is listing history. So this just tells you when was this house first sold and when was it recently basically sold. So it was first listed, it was last sold, sorry, on the 22nd of February in 2019 for 65,000, guys. 65,000 in 2019, and now it is back listed for in 20th of January 2023 for 105,000. And so you can see the difference right there. So in 2019 it was last sold, and now it's being listed again in 2023. Right, so then there is obviously the street view if you want to see. So we'll just click on that and see what the street kind of is. Right, so that is the house right there. And obviously, as it is a terraced house, it will be the whole street, all houses close together. It looks like a hill as it is going quite upwards, but we can see the main road from here, as it was showing that it was quite near to the city centre and a lot of schools and all that nearby. Okay, so that was the first property that we have just saw. Now we'll go look on the second one, however, maybe not in Mansfield, but look somewhere in other places, and we'll check that on RightMove. Okay, so now let's find another property in a whole different area on RightMove. So let's open RightMove first. Right, so this is now RightMove we're on. And so instead of doing Mansfield now, so we've looked at property prices in Mansfield around between 100 to 110 we've seen. And that property that we just saw was 105 and it was quite decent size. Now let's see, let's do one in Middlesbrough. As I did mention, we did look at properties in Middlesbrough and up there. So Middlesbrough, yeah, north, oh good. For sale. Okay, so instead of doing this area only, let's go within 1 mile, as there are other places right near Middlesbrough where, like, such as Bishop Oakland, which are quite really cheap house prices there as well. So within 1 mile, let's do around same price range, 110. See the compare the different places, Mansfield to then Middlesbrough. Number of bedrooms, minimum 2. Property type, we want houses. And added to site anytime, we don't mind. And we do not want to include under offer, as we want to see what is available right now. Okay, let's see lowest price, as it was highest price straight away. Right, so this is what I mean. Straight away we have got this 110, however right under £5,000 house. Do you guys really think this house is £5,000? I don't think so, because right here it says guide price 5,000, offered by online auction, which we do not want, because we definitely know this house is going to go way above than 5,000. I mean, if houses were really £5,000, everyone would get houses and not cars right now. So let's go down to see if there is probably in here. So do not show retirement home and do not show buying schemes, and we must have no, we do not want a auction property. Okay, so 60,000. Let's see, it's a terrace house, 2 bedroom 1 bath. Let's click on it and see if it's auction or any upward chains or anything like that. No chain. Okay, it's ready to move into. Okay, so comparing the house in Mansfield that we just saw, which is right here, is 105, and this one is 60, which is less than the price which was there. And so let's have a look on the photos that we have got here. So that is the house right there. As soon as you walk in, it's quite similar layout, as you've got a quite big of a living room right here, and then you've also got a video. And it looks all open plan, as there are no walls dividing it. And then there is your kitchen. This is your first bedroom, your second bedroom, your bathroom, and then just a little rear garden, I'd say. Okay, so this one is on Eastern Street, Thornby, Stockton-on-Tees. And it is a terrace house with 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and freehold. So exactly the same terrace ter, 2 beds ter, bathroom ter, exactly the same. It's exactly the same as the other house, everything that is included as well. This one has a floor plan that you can see, so you've got the hall, you've got stairs, and then it is all open plan, this one really big reception room, and then you've got the kitchen at the back. And as soon as you walk in, the landing, very, very similar to the one that we just saw, bedroom 1, bedroom 2, and a bathroom. So, again, we'll see the location of where this is, as we do need to see. Right, okay, so as soon as we look in, we can see that this really looks like it is right quite in the middle of a lot of stuff. So there is a Sainsbury's very local by. There is a lot, and I mean a lot of shops right here. You've got a church. There are 2 parks on nearby, and there's a library. Now let's see if there's any. Right, yeah, so there is a primary school right here, which is just like 2 or 3 streets across. There is a mosque nearby. You've got the A66 going right in front of the house, basically. And there is a lot of shops. There's a huge Morrison's, Curry's. Okay, so this is the Teesside shopping. And you've got a lot of shops right there. Now if we exit that, here you can see the station. So there is the nearest station is within 0.4 miles, and then the schools you've got between a primary school 0.1 miles, which the Ofsted report is outstanding. So quite a really good school right there, just really close by, which is the one 2 or 3 streets just across. Right. Okay. So here is the description that you've got. This is with Manners and Harrison. Okay, so now you can really compare the prices between this, the one in Thornby, which is just a bit from Middlesbrough, and then the one which is in Mansfield right here, which is 105. And so the reason why Middlesbrough has inexpensive houses is because the house appreciation is a bit less compared to cities like London, Leicester, Birmingham, or any cities like that. And it is... because
there's not many big industries, so there's not more job opportunities.
Because there are not many really like bigger industries or a lot of job opportunities as these major cities right here. And so that is why the reason why Middlesbrough has inexpensive houses, and you can get houses for even less than 60,000 there as well. As we did take a few viewings there in Bishop Oakland and really close by to Middlesbrough, and we also saw I think 1 or 2 houses right in the middle of Middlesbrough as well. So that was when we woke up really early, drove to Middlesbrough early morning, and our whole viewing started early morning, I think from 9 o'clock or something to all the way to like 4 or 5, and then we came back home. And it was quite tiring, but then I got to experience what my mum's daily life is, as going to viewings, showing viewings around and everything like that. And so if you do want to watch that video as well, the link is right there if you guys want to see that there. And so guys, yeah, that is how basically I've learned how to look at properties. So we, as in my experience, never look for auction, but if you guys are interested in that, obviously you can do so as well. And comment down below, would you rather buy a auctioned house or a just ready to buy, ready to move in, that type of house as well? And so comment that down below as well. And so yeah, guys, so I might be going on and on and on about finding a whole other property now, but I'll have to end this video here because my mum is right there. She is really tired as well. But I'm just going to be seeing different properties close by, not in Middlesbrough, around Mansfield area as well. So guys, I hope you guys learned something as well, as I do every lesson. And so guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!